The rain hammered against the observatory's dome as Emily adjusted the telescope. For the third time that night, her fingers trembled, not from the cold, but from exhaustion. For 6 months, she had been tracking an anomaly in the Andromeda sector, a pattern of light pulses that defied every known astronomical principle. "You're still here?" Erling's voice echoed through the chamber as he entered, carrying 2 steaming cups of coffee. His sandy hair was disheveled, evidence of another sleepless night in the research lab below. "The signal's getting stronger," Emily replied without looking up. "It's almost like it's approaching." Erling set down the cups and peered through the secondary monitor. The rhythmic pulses of light painted his face in shades of blue and violet. "That's impossible." The last reading placed it light years away. A sudden tremor shook the building. Coffee spilled across Emily's notes as both scientists stumbled backward. The observatory's equipment began shrieking with alerts, screens flooding with data too rapidly to comprehend. Then, silence. The power died. Emergency lights flickered to life, casting long shadows across the room. Emily's heart pounded as she noticed something through the dome's transparent panels. A craft hovering above them, sleek and luminescent, defying gravity itself. "We need to leave." Now, Erling grabbed Emily's arm, but she stood frozen, mesmerized by the descending vessel. A beam of light pierced through the dome without breaking it, as if the glass had become permeable. The light wrapped around Emily, warm and strangely familiar. She felt her feet leave the ground. "Emily." Erling lunged forward, catching her hand. The light expanded, encompassing them both, and the observatory vanished. They materialized in a chamber of impossible architecture, walls that seemed to breathe, surfaces that shifted between solid and liquid states. Figures moved in the shadows, tall and elegant, their forms humanoid yet distinctly otherworldly. From the darkness emerged a woman of breathtaking presence. Her skin held the luminescence of starlight, her eyes contained galaxies, and she wore a crown that appeared to be woven from cosmic energy itself. She was both terrifying and magnificent. The alien queen approached Emily with purpose, her movements graceful and deliberate. Erling stepped protectively in front of his colleague, but the queen raised a hand, and he found himself gently immobilized. Unable to move but unharmed, Emily stood her ground, though every instinct screamed at her to run. The queen stopped mere inches away, her eyes searching Emily's face with an intensity that made her feel transparent. "You're wound," the queen whispered, her voice like music from distant stars. Her long fingers reached toward Emily's left shoulder, where a crescent-shaped birthmark had resided since birth. Emily had always been self-conscious about the mark. Doctors called it a port wine stain, unusual in its perfect symmetry. As the queen's fingers traced its outline, the mark began to glow with the same light that had transported them here. "After all these years," the queen continued, her voice breaking with emotion Emily couldn't quite identify. "I've finally found you." "I don't understand," Emily managed to say, her voice smaller than she intended. The queen's eyes shimmered with something that looked like tears, though they sparkled like nebulae. 28 years ago, our worlds touched, not in conflict, but in a moment of cosmic alignment that occurs once in a millennium. I was young then, exploring your world in secret, and I met someone, your father." Emily's breath caught. Her father had disappeared before she was born. Her mother never spoke of him, claiming only that he had been a brilliant scientist who vanished during a research expedition. "The mark you bear," the queen continued, "is not a birthmark. It is a seal, placed to protect you and to help me find you when the time was right. You are half human, half Celestian. You are my daughter, Emily." The chamber seemed to spin. Erling, still held in place, stared in disbelief. Emily shook her head, rejecting the impossible truth. "No. My mother loved you enough to raise you as human, to give you a normal life for as long as possible." The queen interrupted gently. "I made a promise to return, but the pathway between our worlds sealed for decades. I have searched every corner of the cosmos for you." The queen gestured, and images filled the air. Memories. A younger version of the queen walking Earth's streets, meeting a man in a laboratory, falling in love. Then the painful separation, the birth of a child, and an agonizing decision made with Emily's human mother to keep her safe until the queen could return. "Why now?" Emily asked, her voice trembling. "Because you're awakening," the queen replied. "Your human DNA has suppressed your celestial abilities, but they cannot be contained forever. The signals you've been tracking, that was you, Emily. Your consciousness reaching out across space, calling to your true home." Emily looked at her hands. In the ship's strange light, she could see faint patterns beneath her skin. Like constellations waiting to emerge, Erling finally found his voice. "What happens now?" The queen turned to him, her expression softening. "That is for Emily to decide. She can return to Earth and continue her human life, or she can embrace her heritage and learn what she truly is. But know this: a war is coming between worlds, and she may be the only bridge between them." Emily looked between Erling's concerned face and the queen's hopeful one. Through the chamber's walls, she could see Earth hanging in space, small and vulnerable. She thought of her mother, her research, her life, but she also felt something stirring within her, something vast and ancient and undeniably real. "I need time," Emily said finally. The queen smiled, and it was like watching a sunrise. "Time is something I can give you, my daughter, but not much. The universe waits for no one." As Emily stood aboard an alien ship, caught between two worlds and two identities, she realized her life's greatest discovery wasn't in the stars above, it was within herself all along.